What's going on, guys? Nick here. Today we are going to be installing Fender Garnishes onto the WRX. I think one of the ugliest parts of this car, besides the clear taillights, is the silver garnishes on the side. These are black, which is the same color as the car, and then it has WRX in red. Makes it look a lot cleaner. It doesn't stand out as much. So I'm going to show you how to take these off of the car and how to install these new ones on. Just 3M tape, so they have to be heated up and pull the adhesive off, but we're going to actually pull the entire side piece off. And we're going to do it inside. It's a little windy out, so I'm going to show you how to install these and get them on the car. So just like we did in the mud flap install, this piece does have to come off so that we can remove this fender garnish here. So you just stick your hand right behind here, give it a light tug, and it'll start popping out. There's a whole bunch of clips down in through here, so just give it a nice light tug and it should pop out. There we go. And there's a bunch of them. The only one we have a problem with to get this off is the part of the side skirt down here has to be popped out. So once you pop the side skirt out on the bottom, we can remove this piece out of here. We're going to pull these, take them inside the house because we do have a little bit of adhesive here. It should be heated up and removed. And then we use the 3M tape that's on the new ones to install them. So I'm going to remove this off the car, remove this clip down here, do the same on the other side, and then we're going to start getting this off.
Seeing monsters out your window. No, you can't sleep, you pretend though. You don't have to play the hero. Cause I got you like you got me. When the earth shakes, when the bombs scream, until our last breath, every heartbeat.
Okay, we have both of these removed from the car, and we have our new fender garnishes here. So this will give you a little bit of a preview of what it's going to look like. So that's before. Ugly silver, pops out like crazy, especially on a black car. So those would be black with red WRX, which is going to look a lot cleaner. This is the other one we have. If I can get it out of the package with one hand. There we go. So that's what it's going to look like. Have a hairdryer. So we're going to heat these up because they do have adhesive on the back of them. Once that adhesive softens up a little bit, I can pull them off and then we can start putting these on. We're just going to clean everything up real quick. But it's probably going to be a lot easier doing it off the car, considering this would be like hanging down and dangling with it on the car. So they're pulled off. Make our life a lot easier. So I'm going to start heating these up and seeing how hard they are to get off. Okay, so we did get the first one off. We're going to have to remove some of this adhesive because it all came off the back of the silver one. So all the adhesive is still on here. So we're going to want to try to loosen this up, scrape it off any way we can so that we can put this one right here. So we got to get that adhesive off so that we can make it look like this permanently.
When your nightmares turn to real life and the ground's filled up with landmines, we will face it standing side by side.
Okay, so we have the majority of the adhesive off of the piece. It's enough so that when you put the new one on, it sits flat and the adhesive that's on here will still stick. So that's going to be pretty good. We're going to clean it up with some alcohol and get all the dirt out of the bottom of it where it used to be sitting, and we're going to stick this one on, and then we're going to start on this one, heating it up, pulling it off, and then getting all the adhesive off. So I'll show you guys how this looks when we get it on. Okay, so this is the finished product on one of them being completely done. I think that looks a lot better than this does. Blends a lot nicer. It's probably going to look a lot better with the mud flaps as well. Let me bring the camera over here for a second. Pardon me if there's wind, but it looks pretty close. So this is going to be put back here, and everything's going to blend pretty nicely rather than having the gaudy silver. So we're going to finish up. We're going to get this other one done, put these back on the car, probably clean them up a little bit because they got fingerprints all over them now. But clean these up, put them on the car, and then we'll be all done. Okay, we got both of these installed onto the fender pieces here. I'm just going to clean these up really quick and then install them back on the car, and I'll show you guys what they look like. Scraping everything off and doing everything wasn't all that bad. I think it took me about half an hour to do, so not too bad. We'll get these back on the car and I'll show you the finished product.
Pick up my sword, yeah, there's nothing I won't do.
Alright guys, and this is the finished product on the car. I think it looks tremendously better than the silver did. Blends in a lot nicer. The red pops nice. If you look at it from this angle, the red and the red from the mud flaps to the badge looks really clean. I really like the way that that looks. I'll show you guys the other side. All done. I think this looks a lot sharper than it did. Show you from this angle too. Everything goes together pretty nicely. Install was super easy. They're actually a really high quality part. I'll put a link in the description where I got them from. They were only like 30 bucks shipped, which isn't all that bad. And they shipped super fast, so that's always a plus. Alright guys, so that's how you install fender garnishes on a 2011 through 2014 Subaru WRX. They don't have the same fenders as the 08 to 10s, so they only work on this body style. But they look really sharp. Install was super easy. Even with filming, it probably only took me about a half an hour to do, so not that bad. And they're, for the price, you really can't beat them. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you have any questions about it, feel free to leave it in the comments below, and I'll see you guys next time.